welcome back to the kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you some of my favorite Rada items that I cannot live without in my kitchen. So today I just wanted to come to you and talk to you about Rada. A lot of you have been asking me questions. Every time I use one of these items in a video, inevitably I get several people say, hey, where did you get this? Where did you get that? What's that all about? And if you've been with me for any length of time, you know that I'm a huge fan of Rada Cutlery. I would like to let you all know that this video is not sponsored. I am just doing this because I've had a lot of questions and this is one good way to answer them. Rada is a family-owned company from Iowa, and they have been making knives since 1948. And I guarantee you, I have used very expensive European knives in restaurant kitchens, and I have used very cheap knives made elsewhere. But I definitely can tell you that I have never used a finer knife than the Rada knife. Now, I know that there are people out there who like other brands of knives that are made in the United States, and that's fantastic. Maybe you prefer a German knife or a French knife or what have you, and that's awesome. The one thing I love about this, there's so many things, but the one thing I love about these is they're very well made and they're affordable. These are the ones that I reach for every single day. And I'm just going to share with you, and then I'm going to leave a link down below to their website. You can go ahead and shop for yourself if you like. The two knives that I reach for constantly are, this is the cook's knife. It's very much like a Santoku knife. If you're a fan of a Japanese style Santoku, this is their version. They call it a cook's knife, and they have this 6-inch version, which I reach for constantly. In fact, there's usually one in my sink at all times. I'm always washing it. I have 4 of these and I use them all the time. And then this is the cook's utility knife, which is a 4-inch blade, and this is the one that Molly prefers. Both my girls will reach for this one first. You'll notice that there are 2 different types of handles. This is a coated handle and this is an brushed aluminum handle. These can go in the dishwasher, but they recommend that you hand wash all of them. These should never go in the dishwasher, otherwise you get them where the handle gets tarnished, and you can burnish this out, but it never really comes back 100% like this, looking like this. So the cook's knives, I can't live without. They're my favorite. We do have multiples of both of these. Next up is the tomato knife. Again, this is one I reach for all the time. In fact, I just gave one of these to my pastor's wife. She's my very good friend. I gave her one of these to try out, and she's like, that tomato knife is amazing. And then she told me that her mom told me that she FaceTimed her to show her how great this knife was. So I'm going to be taking her on one of these tomato knives as well. This is one of the flagship items that Rada started out with, which also their paring knife. The paring knife is fantastic. They have several different sizes of paring knife. In fact, here's a couple here. There's a regular paring knife and a super paring knife and the vegetable peeler. I have these over here. They also have fantastic gift sets. The steak knife, these come in sets of 6, and we love, this is the serrated steak knife. It has a little shorter blade. They also make a non-serrated steak utility knife that has a longer blade. Both are really fantastic. This is Rick's favorite ice cream spade. Personally, I like a scoop. Rick really, really loves this ice cream.
Hey, this cuts through the hardest of hard ice creams. It just slices right through it.
And he loves it. My mom loves this ice cream spade. We reach for these on the regular when we're scooping ice cream. Another great thing this is used for in my house is scooping out the inside of pumpkins or butternut squash, or hollowing out the spaghetti squash after it's cooked. This has a semi-sharpened blade. I don't know if you can see that. It's really nice and thin here, so you can just really scrape out the inside of pumpkins and squash, and it's really awesome. And I know many of you, I get so many questions about the handy stir. This is the handy stir. I have 3 of these and I use them constantly. They're the best little whisks, and the reason I love them is because of the configuration. The coil around the bottom, which is kind of triangular. You just get really great surface area when you're whisking, and it's great for scrambling eggs or mixing up gravies. It mixes up a really beautiful silky smooth roux, and I know that I love it and I can't live without this. I reach for this every single day. The pie server. You don't need a knife to cut your pie with this because both sides of this server are serrated, and I'm trying to avoid the glare, but I don't know how successful I'm being. It's super thin and it's a little bit flexible, so you know how that first slice of pie is always really kind of difficult to get out? With this one, it's not, because you can just really get under there and get that piece of pie out. It's great for serving cakes as well because it gives you a nice amount of stability. And like I said, you can choose from the brushed aluminum or the black handles. And
these are really sharp knives, y'all.
They are sharp, but they do need sharpening. And when that happens, you get your little knife sharpener, which is the best knife sharpener I have ever used. It's super easy to use. You just run your knife through it just like this, a couple of times, and this will cut right through paper, and it will be awesome. And it will just take everything that you can throw at it. But I do recommend after you run your knife through this that you rinse it off and dry it real good, because there could be shavings and you don't want that ending up in your food. But those are my top favorite Rada products that I use in my kitchen every day. Not to mention the mat that they're sitting on. Rada also carries these thin cutting mats that I use all the time. And yes, you can get cutting mats that are similar to this at the dollar store, but they are not this thick. These are really thick. They run through the dishwasher really nice, and they have two different sizes. I prefer the large size, but I also reach for the smaller ones as well. But those are the things you'll find me using in my kitchen on a regular basis. In fact, everyone in the family uses this stuff. So I hope that answers some of your questions. If some of you have been the ones who have asked me about the different items you see me using in my videos, you can check it out at the link down below. I'm also going to be probably in the very near future creating a page on my website all about Rada cutlery. I hope that answers your questions. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my kitchen, welcome. I hope you learned something. Hit that subscribe button, pretty please. If you are tried and true member of the Noreen's Kitchen family, please hit the bell notification button and be sure to set your home page on YouTube to your subscription feed, because we don't want any of you to miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I hope you go ahead and check Rada out using the link down below. I hope you love it, and until next time, I'll see ya.